Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. Welcome to a new episode of Stocks for Breakfast. Today we're going to talk about something that is very specific to day traders. You could probably do something similar on a little bit longer time frame when we're talking about swing trading. What we're going to talk about specifically is how to be in the right stocks at exactly the right moment as a day trader. One of the biggest mistakes that I think all traders make, especially mostly new traders, is that they're looking at stocks and they're running scans, and they're running a scan based on where the stock is from yesterday. So they're looking at net change. So in other words, the stock closed yesterday at $20 and right now it's trading at 21, and they're saying, wow, the stock is up X percentage. In that case, it's easy, right? It's up a dollar. So they're saying, I want to be involved in that stock because of how much it's up from the previous close. Oh, by the way, we're actually hosting a webinar tonight on December 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm really going to dig deep into all of this. I'm actually going to teach the New York method, which is what I teach in the boot camp tonight at 6 o'clock. Click down below and make sure you register for that. There's only 500 spots available. You want to make sure you get in there early. So what we're going to talk about today is the watch list. The watch list and the very specific way that I use the watch list, which has really been a profitable kind of little secret for me over the years since I started day trading back in 2000. Now, I said most people use the watch list for change from the open. They want to see what's up, change from the close, which is seeing what's up from yesterday. The way that we use it, and I'm going to specifically use stocks that we looked at yesterday and traded very, very well yesterday, stocks that weren't even in my list yesterday, that the watch list pulled up and said, wow, you need to sit up in your seat. You need to be aggressive in this. There's a lot of money flowing into this right now at the same time. And the different thing that we do is that we use the watch list and we sort it from change from the open. So what we're actually looking to do as a day trader, and in case you don't know, obviously there's that first print of the day when the market opens at 9:30 a.m. That's literally called the open price. So what we're looking for as active day traders is we are looking for today's order flow to be in sync with our longer term order flow and our tape reading, so that we want to know if right now's price action is bullish in the same direction of our bullish longer time frames. But this is where it gets even better. Now what we're looking to do is we're looking to have a list of stocks. So you can have literally a list of 50 stocks, just for argument's sake, and you'll know in an instant which stocks are also up today. Now, I'm not talking about from yesterday's close. I'm talking about here where the stock opened today and here. So think about this. A stock could have a massive gap up in the morning. This is really the key. A stock could have a massive gap up in the morning. So let's say it closed yesterday at 20, and today, right now, it's trading at 23, but it might have opened at 24. So right now, it's actually trading down. So as day traders, that's not the stock that we want to be in. That's not the stock we want to be buying, because although it's up $3 from yesterday, it's actually down a dollar from today and trending down. So we don't want to be a buyer of a stock that's going in the wrong direction. We want everything to be in sync. We want everything to be on the same page. So we had a group of stocks yesterday that have kind of been off of my watch list, but they're in my watch list, but out of my trading because they haven't been obvious. One of them was, and we'll point that out in a second. But as the market was unfolding yesterday morning, 9:35, 9:40, all of a sudden I was like, wow, every one of those stocks was at the top of my list from the open. And that's the key that I want to get across here. When they had that opening print in all of the stocks, the first trade of the day, all of a sudden from that, now we were seeing green across the board from today's opening print. And these are the stocks that are trending right now in a big way that you should be actively day trading. It's a subtle difference, but remember what I just said. And we're seeing this in a lot of these stocks that have had good news gapping up and they start trending down all day, and you're wondering why you're losing money as a day trader. It's because they're going down now. We only want the stocks that are going up right now, which means that these typically have a larger green candle. And we're actually going to take it even a step further, where you actually then sort it by if it's going up this hour. So you have the hour, you have the day, and you have your bullish order flow, and you end up putting yourself in the context of trading in just an amazing, amazing situation. So I want to illustrate it a little bit better here. I'm going to show you a couple of images, and then we're going to actually show you the stock. So first and foremost, the big thing here is, I'm sure you've seen this. Everybody's got a watch list, right? And this actually here is the big thing I want to point out, that one lone red. So first, when the market opens, you sort your watch list by net change percentage from the open. So what that essentially means is that right now you're looking at stocks that print here and you sort them by positive, which means that's going to show you every stock that's going up right now from today's opening price. So that means today's order flow is strong and in sync with any stocks you wanted to buy coming into the day. This number right here, this lone red number, is showing net percentage change from the previous day. So that actually is showing the lone trade that I would not want to be in here because it's positive from the open, but negative from yesterday. Both of those aren't in sync. So you can see immediately they have all of these choices of stocks that are trading strong right now at this particular moment. Now, if we flip into yesterday's price action, you'll see, again, net change from the open, but right out of the gate within the first 10 minutes of the day, I sat up in my seat. I said, wait, JKS, ENPH, Run, CSIQ, FSLR. I'm like, wow, there is money immediately flowing into that sector. When all of the same sector in industry group is doing the same thing, you need to step up. That means a lot of order flow is punching into that. Now, we did talk about it a little bit in the community yesterday. It's maybe because of the Electoral College made a decision. And again, we don't want to get into politics. There's that side of the party is a little more favorable towards alternative energy and that kind of thing. That might be the reason why, but that wasn't my thought process when the market was unfolding. I was simply letting the data tell me which stocks I should be focusing on right now. So I sat up in my seat and I started calling it out to everybody in the boot camp. And I said, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. This is a unique opportunity where an entire sector is lighting up net change from the open, which means right now and following through. So you can see here, both of these columns are lit up green in this particular instance, and honestly across the board, but this sector had a lot of money flowing into it. And then you go out even a little further, this is actually what it ended up looking like, where all of those stocks just lit up my screen and they were easier to trade. Now, why is this so important? I'm going to bring this up because as a day trader specifically, you want to keep your money flowing. You want to keep your money moving in the right direction. You want to be in the right stocks that have the greatest explosive potential right out of the gate. So what we're looking for and what we're paying attention to is we want to be involved in stocks like this. This was a stock that looked amazing yesterday, right? You can see here why it was on the list. You can see the results of what happened yesterday. But what's super interesting about this, now this looks amazing, right? You'd love to be able to catch one of these stocks right away, right out of the gate. But it wasn't in my radar. It wasn't in my game plan. It was in my watch list as a stock that I watch every day in case it happens to do what it did yesterday. But look at where it was prior to yesterday. This is what it did. It was in basically a 3-week downtrend. And then on Tuesday, it traded in, what's today? Today's Wednesday. On Monday, it traded into a little day of nothing. So it wasn't on my radar at all. As a matter of fact, we were joking around on a little bit longer time frame. It was making lower lows, lower highs, and it looked like it was going to break down. So this is the difference between being a pro, which we call hashtag trade like a pro in the community, and setting yourself up prior to the market open and knowing exactly which stocks are on fire. Now, when you take this even further, other stocks in the sector actually were a little stronger. And for example, this one was in my watch list, and this actually is the one that we were trading because you can see, and again, you can look at our watch list from yesterday. It was trading at or near new highs. It was breaking out. So this was in my watch list. But when the entire sector lit up from the open, then it became something different. Then it became something special. And what was kind of fun yesterday was we were actually in the trade and it was moving so fast and so far in our direction that, and let me just pull up the chart so you can get an idea of it. Here in the beginning part of the day, it was moving so far and so fast in our direction because we had the right watch list going, because we had it sorted properly, changed from the open. We were kind of joking around, moving up my trailing stop, moving up my trailing stop, moving up my trailing stop. It was moving so fast. It was one of those trades you just couldn't screw up because you were in the right trade at the right time. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but isn't that really what you want? You want to know which stock should I be in right now, and then when they move so fast in your direction because you're in the right stocks, that's when you're having some fun conversations about how do I manage this winning trade instead of every time I put on a trade, I feel like it's a losing trade. It's a much more fun part of trading. But this is really what it means to be prepared heading into the day and heading into the week. We have certain ways of doing the same thing for swing trading, just a little bit differently. But my point is this. trading is a lot more fun, and trading is a heck of a lot easier when you know what you're looking for. You plan for what you're looking for, you leave everything else alone. And then, like I just showed you in the watch list, you just sit back and say, okay, point me in the direction of order flow from higher time frames over the last day, week, and month, and tell me which of those stocks I should be focusing on right now. It's the ultimate combination of trading, which is why the boot camp is just one of the most amazing experiences for me. I'm very grateful to be working with everybody that I am right now, because people get it. They get it that they've been struggling. They get it that it's been tough. And now all we're doing is clarifying some stuff. So you probably know a lot about chart reading right now, but it might be you just can't put that final piece together to understand how to actually be consistent. And that's really where I'm the most grateful that we can help turn some struggling ideas into, oh God, why was I even looking at that? And now getting to the other side. And this is really what it means to put the pieces together. We talk a lot about tape reading. This is what tape reading is. Tape reading is building that argument and knowing which are the right stocks to be in right now. And just as importantly, avoiding the trades that have gone to a point where the odds of making money are dramatically less, even though it might be the right side of the trade. And that's another big part of trading, staying away from those trades where, yeah, you might be on the right side, but it's not worth taking the risk because the odds of hitting your profit target are diminished. And that's another part of tape reading as well. So if you find this kind of stuff helpful, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'd really love to see you on tonight's webinar. I think it would be kind of fun for us to go through this. You can actually ask me questions in real time. So have a great day, everybody. Click down below to get in the webinar, and I'll see you soon. Take care.